guys, it's Miss Burb here today with another video. So you guys can probably already read the title, and I mean, I hope you can read. Anyway, if you can't though, today we're going to talk about the Miraculous Ladybug Movie. So I was thinking to myself, I have all these things I'm thinking, it's like, I wish the Miraculous Ladybug Movie will be like this, or I hope that this happens. The last time I expected something out of like a movie that came from a TV show that I was really excited about, it became the Lego Ninjago movie. That was very sad. It was not good. So I hope that the Miraculous Ladybug Movie will do a lot better. So I made a list of the things that I think. Oh no, Mr. Bird. Okay. No, Mr. Bird. Okay, Mr. Bird just knocked down my setup, so the camera might not be in the same position, but oh well. So here is the list of things I would like to see from the Miraculous Ladybug Movie. As you guys probably should know, this is all subjective, this is all me, this is what I think of the movie, but you guys can let me know what you think in the comments. Number one thing I would like to see in the Miraculous Ladybug Movie is more butt kicking, alright? You guys, if you guys watched my Troublemaker review that I did with PB, I mentioned that I went nuts over one of the particular scenes. Cat Noir basically smacks the villain, Troublemaker, right in the face, okay? And I was so surprised by that movement because it was so rare that you guys actually see one-on-one combat in this movie. Most of the times they kind of play around with the superpowers that the villains get and that Ladybug has, but they don't engage in as much hand-to-hand combat, or at least that like they hit each other. It was just so weird. So I would like to see more hand-to-hand combat in the Miraculous Ladybug Movie. I think that they can pull it off a lot better, you know, since they're gonna have actual stunt coordinators and there's just one movie to focus on instead of having each individual episode. So I think that they can do some really great things with that. That actually was one of the issues with the Ninjago movie. There wasn't enough like actual ninja-ing. It was a lot of mechs. But we're not talking about the Ninjago movie, okay? The number two thing I would like to see in the Miraculous Ladybug Movie is to actually have a half Asian actor playing Marinette, alright? So this is one of the things that you guys, okay, so you guys all heard about the Black Panther, like how the movie came out and everybody went crazy over it because there was so much representation in that movie that had never been in any of the other movies. I would like to at least see a half Asian kid or teenager, adult, whatever, playing Marinette, okay? It doesn't have to be half Asian, half French. It can be half Asian anything, but at least like a half Asian person that can represent the struggles that half Asians go through. I would love to see the casting for that, and one of the reasons why I like Miraculous Ladybug so much is because of the representation that I feel seeing Marinette, a half Asian girl, half Asian, half French girl on the screen. And I was so happy when I found out that this was happening. This kind of ties into my number 3 point, which is portraying some of the struggles of being the kid of an immigrant or being half ethnicity, coming, all that kind of different stuff, okay? A lot of kids go through this kind of thing where their parents are from another country or their ethnicity is not, they're like not white Americans, but they're still living in America, they're still living in Canada, or you know, their parents moved. And there are struggles that people go through that. We actually got some representation in the Bow short in The Incredibles. That was a really good short. And it portrays what Asian American kids go through with their parents. Like what happens, what's the struggle between the two different values that the cultures give to the parents and then to the kid. I would like to see Marinette kind of like have a little bit of turmoil between her Asian side and her French side, which she's more used to. We saw this in Kung Fu where she had to interact with her Chinese uncle, but her uncle only spoke Chinese and she didn't speak like a lick of Mandarin. So I really, really hope that they show some of this in the movie. Still tying into that, my number 4 point is portraying the class's ethnicities correctly. You guys have probably all seen that in Marinette's class, they try to get a whole different variety of ethnicities in there. There's Kim as, I believe he's Vietnamese. Alia, she's from Martinique. They try to like portray different kinds of people, not just a standard like palette with different body shapes, different personalities and everything. So I really, really hope, even if they don't use the exact same class, that they get some characters that still are varied And I would actually still like it though if they kept the same class characters, but I understand there's probably gonna be some changes. I still hope that they'll keep the variety going. On to my number 5 point, which is make Master Fu less of a cliche sensei. Alright? One of my big gripes about the Ninjago movie was that Jackie Chan was basically playing a stereotypical wise old Chinese guy. I know that that's what's probably gonna come off anyway, like no matter what you do, but you could try to make him less of a cliche of I'm the old guy, you know, I have a mistake in my past and now I must teach you the way of the miraculous. There has to be another way, because honestly, it's a tired old trope and they need to get rid of it. Number 6 is having a good love story. I personally think that they're gonna go more for a reboot of the series. Not a reboot necessarily, but like a restart of the series, like a different kind of canonical version just for the movies, and to reintroduce the entire world to Miraculous Ladybug on the big screen. That means at that point that they're gonna have to redo the love story. If they redo the love story the exact same way they did it in the show, I wouldn't really mind actually, because I thought it was still a pretty good origin love story. You could probably complicate it a little bit more, but I think it was pretty good because Marinette starts hating Adrian out the get-go rather than just instantly crush on him, you know, like every other movie ever where she just sees the guy and she's like, oh, he's cute, you know? In this one, she actually started to hate him at the beginning until she realized he was actually a nice guy, you know? So it actually shows why she loves him, not just, oh, he's cute, I love him. Number 7, don't make the villain Stoneheart. Alright, if you really do go for a reboot, okay, please, I don't think that they should reuse one of the villains. I think they should get somebody new, possibly. But then it'd be harder because then they would have to either introduce a new character, because if not, all the characters are already tied to existing villains. Don't use Stoneheart, okay? Stoneheart, he was fine for like the origin story, you know, like a very easy villain for Marinette and Adrian to go against, but he was boring. And when you're doing a movie, you can do so much more with a villain, you know? At least put in like Vulpina. Vulpina, she had a very interesting power set and she could go nuts with like the state-of-the-art technology that you can have in movies. Please don't put Stoneheart. Number 8, don't hide the fact that Gabriel is Hawkmoth, okay? They didn't really do this well in season 1. It was really obvious. Like, everybody could figure it out. Like, you still have the fan sites going on. Don't make it a secret. Everybody knows it's him. Unless it's only, like, pure movie people that haven't seen the show. But then it's boring for us, the viewers. So just do away with it. Just say, okay, he's Hawkmoth. Get it straight. You know, it'll create more interest for the series, because then you can actually show Hawkmoth and his concern for his son at that point, which makes him a lot more interesting than if he was just a mysterious villain in the corner that just does whatever, which is what he basically is in Stoneheart. Alright, before I get to my last point, number 10, I asked you guys on Discord what you thought that what should happen in the movie. And a lot of you seem to think of it as a continuity for the story. I personally thought of it more as like a restart of the series, but a lot of you guys thought it was a continuity. I'm kind of fine with it either way, as long as it's still interesting and they don't make it a self-contained episode like they do in the show, because the continuity, the show doesn't have a continuity, it just has puzzle pieces that it gives different parts of, and that everything will come together in the end, and like we're expected to pull different clues out or something and figure it out ourselves. But if you do a movie, please have a continuity of some kind, like, or I don't know. I would much rather it be a restart of the story. I think that's what they're gonna go with, because they have to introduce this audience that have never seen the show before to Miraculous Ladybug. And that also depends on what they're trying to do with this movie. If they're trying to present the world of Ladybug, or if they're just trying to continue the show. That would also depend if they want to make it more of a kid-friendly thing, or if they want to make it more of a teenager adult thing. I think that they could make it a teenager adult thing and make it interesting, but that's up to them. So before I give my last point, guys, I just want to say that thank you to everybody who subscribed. Thank you. We passed 6,000 subscribers, which is really, really cool. Thank you guys so much. And you guys can join me on Discord and on Twitter. And sometimes I ask questions on Discord, and like last Monday, I actually did a group review on Discord for the latest episode that came out, Reverser. We all joined together. We all joined together and we did the group review. It's already up on YouTube if you guys want to go watch that. So my last point before I let you guys go is, please, Thomas Astruc, if you're watching this, make the movie Miraculous Ladybug. Make it miraculous. Keep it true to the show. If you decide to throw everything out that I propose in the list, if you decide that you're gonna, I don't know, go in an entirely different direction, just keep the show true to what you made. And hopefully, I mean, people are still gonna complain, because people always complain no matter what happens. They're always gonna complain, okay? Oh, you didn't get her hair color right. Oh, this didn't happen. Movies are gonna make changes, so just make it interesting, make it miraculous, and make it good. Please. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!